2018 Mercedes-Benz E-Class Cabriolet Review. The good points of Mercedes-Benz E-Class Cabriolet. Ample performance from E220d. Luxurious, high-quality feel. Genuinely refined with roof up or down. Expensive, yet great value. The bad points of Mercedes-Benz E-Class Cabriolet. Tamer hybrid AMG version for thrill seekers. Should have 360-degree camera as standard. Diesel noisy at idle, external too. Fleet appeal reduces exclusivity. Over several generations, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class Cabriolet has refined the skill of large-scale open-top touring. It is somewhat greater than the most obvious four-seater rivals, translating into impressive interior space and equipment. BMW's 4 Series could be smaller plus much more nimble, the Audi A5 more cost-effective, but neither can touch the E-Class for decadence, at the very least. That appears to be the goal from Mercedes. They have succeeded, the location where the interior, ride and build come to mind. Under the bonnet, everything being offered is adequate, but not even close to excessive. In the E-Class Cabriolet, Mercedes has chosen to consider a more relaxed strategy to the traditional pleasures of open-topped motoring. E-Class Cabriolet is refined with all the roof down. Having the rooftop down should mean being cold or windswept, with airscarf neck-level heaters and air-cap inflector technology that genuinely functions to make the open car feel sheltered. These could be disabled in order to experience the environment fully. Is actually all the windows along the large car feels suitably slimmed down and breezy. The strongest competition for your E-Class Cabriolet originates from within Mercedes itself, where one can opt for just a better equipped class in the event you don't need space for adults inside the rear seats. You may also desire to look for the Range Rover Evoque convertible for the urban, but cramped, alternative. BMW's 6 Series rivals the E-Class for size despite reduced passenger space, but prices start the spot at the highest spec E350d 4MATIC, including most options, trail off, plus the bias is towards high-end. If leasing, the gap in monthly price is much smaller, though BMW's options may take a 6 Series around £100,000 as soon as the specification matches the E-Class. Essentially then, the E-Class Cabriolet is exclusive in offering a cost-effective, luxurious soft-top with genuine space for 4. Similar interior space is offered in models costing much more, for instance a Bentley or Rolls-Royce, or from the case with the Vauxhall Cascada, costing even less with an appropriate lowering of materials, technology and power. E-Class Cabriolet styling and interior. In introducing the 2017 E-Class Coupe, Mercedes turned the main focus from the exaggerated arches and complicated surfacing to some smoother, traditional cigar shape. The new Cabriolet inherits that design, replacing the pillarless hardtop having a multi-layer fabric roof that folds in 20 seconds, which enable it to be operated approximately 31 miles per hour. Inside, the style language to this class affords the template for open-pore woods only offered within the E-Class Cabriolet and Coupe and high-end metallic finishes, bold turbine vents and optionally, the distinctive wide-view instruments. This panoramic dashboard incorporates instruments and infotainment within a glass panel, and is also a must-have option, if not with the functionality, to the style and residual value. Similarly, the Burmester multi-channel audio is a must to keep that high-end luxury feel intact, and provides part of an exceptionally useful list of convenience and lighting upgrades. Mercedes convertibles aren't generally considered to be the best value. In such a case, however, the E220d Cabriolet for example exceeds expectations for your near £45,000 market price. Once stacked facing the competition, along with the improvement in quality on the smaller class is regarded as the infant's class atmosphere coupled with useful, sensible powertrains is incredibly tempting. Options are surprisingly limited, too, though 4 colors of sentimental top, along with an exclusive rubellite red color can be purchased alongside a variety of monochrome as well as tone interior schemes. Most features are bundled right into a handful of packs, limiting the customization possible. Latest deals from Buiacar. Mercedes-Benz E-Class E220d AMG. £26,480, or £397 each month. Mercedes-Benz E-Class Cabriolet. £48,899, or £658 each month. See all deals on Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Representative example, representative APR of 7.9%, borrowing £10,509 over 48 months on HP type finance. The quantity payable will be £250 monthly, having a total price of credit of £1,483 along with a total amount payable of £11,992. Dennis Buiacar Limited, 3132 Alfred Place, London, WC1E7DPGBO915105 can be a credit broker regulated by FCAFRN:667368. The verdict. When the basic E220d is really as good, since it is, it's not easy to see true for growing the range should you not want 4MATIC all-wheel drive, but undoubtedly the cachet of larger capacity engines and badges will be difficult to ignore, and diesel engine notes are hardly ever pleasant. As an indulgent luxury car, the E400 is truly the only one to get the exhaust note and effortless performance geared to. Option packages represent value for money too, with just the enhanced leather trim imitating an indulgence. The particular and technology you'll want is priced very competitively against similar upgrades from rivals, despite looking expensive to be a pack. Refinement, optional all-wheel drive, security and leading-edge interior design position the E-Classe Cabriolet as one on the most accomplished all-rounders you should buy today. It can be a large car though, and benefits from your sensors and driving assistance stress reliever when driving and parking in cities. Mercedes-Benz E-Classe Cabriolet review. 2 diesel, 2 petrol options. Rear or all-wheel drive. AMG 53 provides most performance. Mercedes-Benz is bucking this look, thus far, for astonishingly small engines in large cars. 4-cylinder and V6 options can be purchased, and diesels still dominate the entry level. That's no bad thing despite the buzz to move clear of the fuel, followed by 9-speed transmissions to hold them within the cleanest and a lot efficient power band. They're economical without having to sacrifice performance. All-wheel drive or basic specification diesels. The least powerful E-Classe Cabriolet offered will be the E220d. It features a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder unit producing 194 horsepower and 400 Nm torque, and despite single, 890 kg curb weight can reach 62 miles per hour in 7.7 seconds. Going on with a top speed of 147 miles per hour. In real terms, this implies the engine is turning over inside the 2000 revolutions per minute area for motorway cruising, with overtaking performance over adequate for almost all scenarios. Refinement at idle. Externally, the car is probably the weakest component of this option, but that's one from the downsides of diesel. Inside, you're rarely aware with the engine's presence. Adding 4MATIC all-wheel drive improves the cost with the basic car by £2,400 without any change on the engine itself. The 0.62 miles per hour time with the E220d 4MATIC is 7.9 seconds, as well as the top speed drops to 145 miles per hour. Seeking more power as part of your diesel E-Class? Then the E350d, for sale and 4MATIC only, would be the answer. Underneath the bonnet is really a 3.0-liter V6 diesel producing 258 horsepower and 620 Nm, giving near-om quantities of performance with 0.62 miles per hour reached in 6.1 seconds, as well as a limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. E-Class petrol engines, 4 cylinders, or 6. Change your fuel preference, and a couple of petrol outputs are offered. The E300 turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder with 245 horsepower will probably fall short of expectations, despite a 6.6-second dash to 62 miles per hour. Inside coupe, that engine audibly works, not easy to deliver those figures. Removing your roof will only make effort more apparent, and because the compelling argument for petrol is refinement, once you've made careful analysis, ditch diesel. The E404 V6's 333 horsepower, 5.5 seconds 62 miles per hour sprint and 155 miles per hour top speed allow it to become the only petrol model worthwhile considering. Mercedes-AMG E53. All these are offered in mere AMG line trim. Mercedes-AMG provides a mild hybrid version inside the form on the E53 4MATIC Plus. That also marks the return of your straight-six engine towards the E-Class. Rather than wanting to run with zero emissions, it uses the 48-volt starter generator just as one additional booster, adding 21.5 horsepower and 250 Nm torque on the 435 horsepower and 520 Nm Awachi created by the new 3.0-liter twin-turbo engine. Combined, they permit a 4.5 seconds 062 miles per hour top speed is restricted to 155 miles per hour and emissions are an extraordinary 201 gkm CO2. In spite of the E53 Cabriolet's 2,055 kilograms weight and gratification. In real-world driving, the powerful electric motor should reduce start-stop lag for smooth urban progress. Cabriolet is placed for cruising. Handles well at speed too. Pleasant using a wide variety of roads. Revolutionary method of improvement. Each era of Mercedes-Benz E-Class has represented a reasonably dramatic reinterpretation from the model. Get the job done core midsize large saloon base is consistent. Comfort has become at the center of most generations, however, as well as the latest is not any exception. Compliant suspension that feels as though it includes a longer travel than many executive cars makes vid great long-distance tourer, aided by optional driver assistance and low-speed autonomous driving. Key to your wide-body watch of abilities may be the agility control chassis on elementary models. Conventional springs and shock absorbers gain adjustable passive damping with selectable modes. It's well judged for real-world driving. Rather than showroom impressive vary from floating comfort to track harsh firmness that lots of manufacturers choose. 6-cylinder 4MATIC models get air body control, a continuing development of classic Mercedes-Benz air suspension. A wide range of work continues to be done beneath the skin to go away in the detached feel of older models, though, and yes, it shows within the way you will take fairly challenging roads at speed. Steering precision, and feel, unusually, has become improved partially through technology. Weight and perceived response may be tailored to taste from some preset modes, and if you need to feel like you are in control of your sporting soft-top it obliges, with a point. Staying aimed at comfort. Sharp response on smooth winding roads is something, though the E-Class Cabriolet shies far from ultimate harshness. What that technology can't do is mask the weight on the car, or suspension should be able to absorb big ruts and poor surfaces for drivers who want a far more relaxed mode. For Britain's roads, that's an additional benefit. This is often a cabriolet which has no concern about urban speed bumps. The firmer damping modes do end in it being caught out by larger imperfections, though that is just as much a result with the increased pace the auto feels more comfortable with. Despite the relatively wide body and thick pillars, particularly together with the roof up, specifying the 360-degree variety of cameras ensures it's also easy to maneuver out partying as long as it is possible to find a parking space to match. Of course, there's a computerized way of doing that, too. E-Class style depending class. Controls different to others, but logical. Modern, architectural feel. Opting for that E-Class in the class is often a significant cost. But it's immediately apparent the spot that the money may be spent when you're inside. The dashboard initially would possibly not to be all tastes, with the architectural, designer interior ethos that threatens to use style over functionality. Rendered in plastic, this could well be frustrating. Even so, the E-Class is trimmed to be a smaller class, and it also works. Pick the open pore wood finishes and also the bold swath throughout the full width in the car looks completely right. Topped having a wide, single glass panel for instruments and entertainment displays. More to your point, as soon as the initial impact and the styling is becoming familiar, you discover the controls are logical as well as simple to reach. Heating retains some hardware switches, and just a scattering of driver assist functions are obscured through the wheel. E-Klasse interior technology dominates design. The 12.3-inch display of Command Online is required to fill the central space, and includes connected services that increase the E-Klasse feature set considerably. Mercedes would, needless to say, like every E-Klasse is to become specified with this along with the complementary dynamic 12.3-inch wide screen instruments. Likewise, the infotainment panel is certainly a central feature, visible to all or any passengers. That doesn't using the full area cheapens the appearance inside the auto considerably. The E350D and E400 have Command Online within the standard specification, going somehow towards decreasing the effective premium paid for that larger engines and ensuring the larger specification cars find the full effect of these dashboard. Leave the optional widescreen cockpit display box unticked, and you may enjoy the classic performance of tubular dials, a pair of traditional analog instruments with all the usual LCD information section between, in spite of infotainment options. Pleasant as being the dynamic display is, in case you must save the £495 it adds on the £1,495 Command Online package, the common dashboard is perfectly functional. Go without either option. Along with the entry-level 8.4-inch sat-nav radio display looks lost behind this wide glazed section. It cheapens the feel on the car, and it also is surprising that any specification of E-Klasse cabriolet or coupe ships so equipped. Between the supportive seats can be a wide center console that's free of handbrake or gear controls. Gear selection is via a dainty little column shift switch. The parking brake is usually a switch in the standard Mercedes position down because of your right knee, and also the area involving the seats is dominated because of this solidly made touchpad for media controls. Once familiarized, this can be intuitive and avoids the sticky fingerprints and screen misery of touchscreen systems. It's also one of the most pleasing tactile elements from the car, a compelling lump of metal having a glassy, clicking surface being a high-end laptop. Exceptional seats as standard. Impressive ride quality. Roomy rear seats and legroom. Based while on an executive saloon car, the E-Klasse Cabriolet starts coming from a foundation of long-distance comfort. AMG line trim means sporty, supportive seats which may have a wide range of adjustment. Memory to the electric seats is part in the Premium Plus package. Comfort using the roof down is aided by AirScarf technology. 2 fans inside headrest draw air and also heated to generate a zone of warmth round the driver and passenger shoulders. It works together with the roof up, too, providing a soothing heat for stiff necks, perhaps not intentional as well as medically proven, but pleasant. Front seat heating is standard likewise. Rear passengers are given an amazing amount of space for the 4-seat convertible. Access is simple too, because the electric seats slide forward as well as the seat belts are hidden, watchy being presented with the distinctive Mercedes butler that automatically pushes the belt within easy shoulder reach without leaving obstructions across the door aperture. Comes equipped for comfort as standard. Driver assistance and technology upgrades worthwhile. Latest active and passive safety equipment. Given the dominance of displays and technology inside the E-Klasse, it's unlikely many buyers will choose the standard specification. In case you think button blanks cheapen an indoor, take into account the appearance of your 8.4-inch screen floating in the 12.3-inch space. If you're associated with an austere mindset, though, each of the important elements for luxury are included. Comfortable seats, compliant yet communicative handling and overall refinement are part in the E-Klasse Cabriolet's core specification. Of the free packs, all represent value with genuine improvements to the automobile's specification. When you want the most effective Mercedes-Benz provides, then without doubt take the driving assistance package, and let your vehicle take the tedium away from congested motorway driving. Standard Mercedes-Benz E-Klasse Cabriolet equipment. AMG line includes DAB radio and USB connectivity, 8.4-inch Garmin Map Pilot sat-nav, cruise control with speed limiter, parking sensors. All cabriolets feature air scarf and air cap. 4MATIC models feature air suspension. Mercedes-Benz E-Class Cabriolet, optional extras. Premium Plus package. Keyless Go Comfort package. Multi-beam intelligent LED lighting. Burmester multi-channel audio. The driving assistance pack includes active blind spot monitoring and lane keeping assist, autonomous driving for traffic problems, and PreSafe Plus collision avoidance. This might be further enhanced with all the 360-degree camera for parking. Standard on 4MATIC models, Command Online adds an extensive group of connected media functions having a 12.3-inch infotainment display, which enables it to be further enhanced using the widescreen cockpit display for the panoramic list of electronic instruments and dynamic dashboard options. Excellent reputation on safety. E-Class Cabriolet offers space for your best child seats. Standard autonomous emergency braking. Without question, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class Cabriolet would be the best option for any family, one of the 4-seat convertible class. Euro NCAP hasn't tested the Cabriolet specifically, nonetheless it awarded the saloon 5 stars, and also the Class Cabriolet also achieved a complete 5 stars. Standard equipment includes adaptive brake lights and active brake assist, cruise control with speed limiter and attention assist. The optional driving assistance package can significantly reduce fatigue, with class-leading low-speed lane keeping and adaptive cruise, evasive steering assist and automated overtaking with cruise control and blind spot detection. Watch Mercedes-Benz E-Class Saloon Euro NCAP crash test video. Practicality is above average. Luxurious comfort for 4 is exclusive at this price. Open-top touring for the whole family. Drivers always find the best within a cabriolet, as well as the E-Class in any form is really a good place to get behind the wheel. Most cars lose their charm for passengers if your top comes off, however. Not here, the E-Class can be a real treat for passengers in knee-dressed. Large, wide and supportive rear seats allow wind and air motoring for 4 without discomfort, particularly while using air cap enabled to direct air within the cabin. Access within reason easy too, with retracting seatbelt guides and electric sliding front seats. Generous centric storage using a divided, butterfly door armrest and good-sized door bins provide room for clutter, although the cup holders are worryingly near some expensive electronics. Similarly sized on the E-Class Saloon, the Cabriolet suffers on the predictable not enough rearward visibility. A reversing camera, sensors, and optional 360-degree camera assist in keeping the corners far from harm and spot children and pets when positioning your vehicle. Even using the optional surround cameras for perfect placement, the long doors can certainly make for some ungainly exits in British car parks. Compromises with the E-Class Cabriolet. It's a problem with taking the rooftop off, you ought to put it somewhere. Despite that, the E-Class Cabriolet includes a 385-liter boot that's also very practically shaped, and usefully tall when your roof is raised. An electronic control adds to the hood compartment, preventing efforts to lower the highest when luggage occupies every one of the space. The load area itself is wide, flat and incredibly easily accessible for only bulky items. The rear seat is split 50 hours 50 minutes, too, that permits larger flat pack objects to become carried.